And just like that, day 2 has started. I'm tired. Long ass walk yesterday. The venue was pretty, everybody was leaving about the same time, so shuttles were long to leave. And then the walk, I kind of just got, the crowd kind of was moving towards the walking exit, so I pretty much walked from the Queen Mary to my mom's house, so got a good amount of steps there. I was pretty tired, as you saw in the videos, but so today, day 2. Randy supposed to come by later. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm already showered, ready to go, so just can't wait. So probably gonna get some food and coffee right now. Got my Beyond Burger, refueling. Got some like electrolytes, hydration kind of thing. A lot of salt, which is what you want, because you'll be sweating a lot, so you can keep your water inside, and energy drink because I'm tired. Need my caffeine. Party mobile. The party man himself. Got here later, so a lot longer line for the shuttles. So it is. Took this about 10 minutes to go through the line. Not so bad at all. Actually, less than that. So it was like 8 minutes.
to Spain!
So final thoughts on the event. It was really fun. I had a really good time. Met a lot of cool people, as you've probably seen in the video. So hopefully hopefully I get in touch and see them again. That was pretty cool. But Stefan lives in Montreal. A couple of people lived in Germany. So not sure if it's gonna happen, but it'll be a cool surprise. So the venue was pretty cool. You got the Queen Mary in the background, the big dome, which used to house the Spruce Goose. The setup, the stages were pretty fun, pretty cool. Some had pretty good production value. So I had a really good time, especially for the price you're paying. So let's get into the details. The shuttle was pretty cool. They kept them going, so there's hardly any breaks in between. So, it made it go quicker. We got there on the first day, on day one. We got there at 4, and the event started at 4, and I think the shuttle started at 3:30. So, it was pretty quick, and there was not any line. We just pretty much just walked in. On day 2, we got there around 5. I'll correct it if it's wrong. And then it was a little bit packed, but the lines kept moving. Like I was saying, they kept having shuttle after shuttle after shuttle. So it kept moving. We hardly ever stopped in one spot. So we just kept moving, and that only lasted us about 8 minutes or so. And we were pretty much pretty the back, but I know if you got there later, it probably been a little bit longer, but overall it's pretty quick. At least from what I saw. I'm not sure how day 1 was, but day 2, that's how it was. Going home, the shuttles, same thing. It was a lot. We left at 12:30. The event ended at 1. So the lines were a little bit longer, but we kept moving. I think overall, especially being at 12:30, the lines were pretty quick. So I think it took us 20 minutes, possibly, maybe longer, but maybe 25, something like that, between 20 and 30. But it was pretty quick. It started raining at that time, so maybe it felt a little bit longer, but it was fine. The restrooms were pretty, porta potties, so what can you do? But the water, usually they run out of water to wash your hands, but it actually lasted pretty late. I think probably like at 12:30 before we left day 2, they ran out. But overall, there was a lot of water. I was surprised because I even went to go wash my hands, and I kind of like, I'm stupid for even trying, but I pumped and there was water, so I got lucky. Or actually, I should say they handled it pretty well. Soap, there was soap, paper towels, even I think at the end there was some paper towels, so it was pretty cool. They kept on top of it. Drinks and food, regular festival, especially Insomniac prices. So I think like a tall can of Bud Light was like 14. Premium I think 16. Mixed drinks are like 18. Took a picture, so I'll show you right now. And I think they even had their little fish tank kind of thing, so they had that price. They didn't really have too many art installations, which I've been to Beyond. I haven't been to the other events, but from what I've seen, they have a lot of art installations. But they only had like a few things. They had some lamps that were colored, which is kind of cool. They had that little spinning light on the top, which was it's always cool. I seen it at most of their events that I've been to. And I think that's about it. It wasn't too much. Oh, and they had the big hand, the two holding hands representing unity. But, that was about it. I guess, because of the venue, there's only so much you can do without taking too much space from, people walking. So that's probably why. The crowd was okay. You hardly see that. You don't hardly get too much of that plur unless you go with those people, or you're meeting like-minded people, maybe meetups, or looking at your rave groups. So if you can find groups like that, join like Facebook groups, you find like-minded people. And if you go join those like-minded people, you probably have a better time. At least, I met up with some new people. They're hopefully good friends now, and that's when you experience more of that, that friendliness, those plur vibes. So I had a good time once we got to with Randy, of course, but also with the other new people. So and then as a crowd in general, especially when you start seeing the big shows, I feel like a lot of times that goes out the door and people start just pushing their way, trying to get to the front. And going to the front in general, you kind of should expect that, because a lot of people want to be there, and so they're willing to shove their way through. But so day 1 we didn't have that problem. Day 2, when we went to see Armin, which was the big headliner, and that's to be expected. So we were close to the front, and definitely like right when Armin came on, right after I believe it was lane 8, people start pushing their way through, which was kind of annoying, but that's just how it is sometimes. So when you stick with your group, eventually when the music starts, everybody kind of starts making their own little space, and then you kind of got your space. But I know we went over stages before. They were pretty cool. I have a note about noise bleeding. There wasn't too much noise bleeding. When I was in not the dream stage, not the void sequence, not even sequence. I'll put the name right now. But that stage, it was between dream and between sequence. It was vision stage. That one, so you would think both big stages on either side, but I really didn't hear any of the other stages, so it was pretty nice. And I was expecting to, just because like the vision stage is pretty small, and the other ones are huge stages, but I really didn't hear any of the other stages, so that was pretty awesome. I think that's about it. Will Claw was handled pretty well. I bought my ticket the week before, so I had to go to Will Claw because it was too late for them to send me my wristbands. But I got in and there was only like 3 people in front of me, so I went through quickly and no issues at all. And they're pretty nice, as usually all the workers there are. And that's about it. So hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions or any recommendations for other people who are going, leave it in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you hit that like button, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, and have a good day.
We